they're a very physical team. They run the ball really well. Their quarterbacks are big. They run them well. I've been very impressed with that. Colin Hill is an excellent running back. He's quick and powerful. Reminds me a little bit of 22 from LSU, except he's a little bit taller. But he's that type of quickness, and you see him make people miss. I've been very, very impressed. And their offensive line is they're huge. There's some big guys up there, and they do a good job. And then the receivers 1, 2, and 5, depending on when they plays. 5 and 1 are extremely tall, seem very athletic. So I've been impressed with them.
Your first Egg Bowl, what's kind of your thoughts and impressions going into this week?
This is actually my 5th Egg Bowl.
5th Egg Bowl.
Yes, well, that's okay. I was here before with Coach Cutcliffe.
That's right.
Yeah, the Egg Bowl is, it's, I've been a lot of different places, coached a lot, and played in a lot of different rivalries, that type of thing. To me, this is one of the most fierce rivalries, especially when I was here before. I remember the first time we played it, they had policemen lined off the 50-yard line and lined it because the year before they had a big fight. And I mean, we couldn't even get out, and it was pretty amazing how feisty and aggressive it was, and not only on the field, but in the stands and everywhere else. So I'm expecting the exact same thing when we go down there. Very physical, feisty, kind of crazy atmosphere. That's what I've been used to the first 4 times I was in it.
Did you know last year they had a big fight?
I didn't. Well, I guess I did know about that. The ones they had before us was like a pregame fight. I mean, it was a big deal. It was a mess, and yeah, it's a testy deal, and I know both teams will be ready to play and excited about playing.
I was going to ask about that. What do you tell your players to kind of handle them and make sure that feistiness doesn't spill over like it did last year?
Yeah, well, you always talk to your guys all the time about them playing in between the whistles. Nothing good happens after the whistles. It's kind of like nothing good happens after midnight, because you were a parent telling your kids. But we have talked about that. Coach Luke's talked about it, and you got to make sure that you have to stay, both teams in between the plays, in between them, when the play is going on, they both got to be fierce, and they both got to be physical. But when the play is over, you want to separate and play ball and keep your head cool. So that's what we need to do, and I imagine that's what Mississippi State's telling their guys also for sure. And hopefully that it's a really good game when the play is going on, but not after the whistles.
Does having played LSU's Hilaire recently help you guys prepare for Gill?
Yes, I sure hope it does. I hope we tackle it a little bit better than we did Hilaire, but he's doing that to everybody, and so is Hill. I think Hill is he the leading rusher? I know he was the leading rusher in SEC for. Is he still?
I think Hilaire might have taken over.
Right, I know
he is.
Okay, he is, and he's an excellent player. We're going to have to do the same thing we tried to do against at LSU. Is you have to corral. He's going to make people miss. You got to get the second and third guy there. That's the key. And then when you have open field tackles, you got to make them when you have your opportunities. But you have to corral him and understand where he is. And he's a really, really good running back.
Just on the emotions and the temperament of the players, how do you kind of handle that being up in the box?
Well, I can stay calmer, me myself. No, our coaching staff does a great job with that. We have all our full-time, besides me, down there, and they do a great job with our guys. So we have a coach that's in every position. So you have hands, eyes, being able to talk to them, be around them. And so that'll be a key component of it. But it's, how we talking to them in practice during the week. And all year long, we really had one incident that hurt us with an after play situation. And so we haven't had a history of that. Our kids have been able to handle themselves well after the whistle. So hopefully we keep doing that.
Questions?
Coach had extra time, and through the years, you might see a new wrinkle in this particular game. Do you have time to do anything of that nature, or you just really want to do what you
We've got multiple wrinkles. We put in a whole new defense. You have time to look at them a little bit. You have time to look at yourself a little bit, and But at this time of the year, it's hard to change a lot of different things. You're gonna do what you do. But you always have a few wrinkles in there, and they'll have a few wrinkles in theirs. I'm pretty sure on their open week, whenever they had theirs a couple weeks ago, they practiced for us a little bit, because we would've done the same thing. We wouldn't have an open week with this short a week. That's what we used to do with Coach Cutt. I know we would've done the same thing with Coach Luke. So I would imagine they have some things ready, just like we will, but it's gonna come down to the same old football, blocking and tackling and competing and being in the right position and being able to think under pressure. So hopefully we can do that better than they can.
Anything else for Coach